I don't know if you can see that or not. Alright, so I've got the traps in there. I mean, alright boys, got the walnuts boiling. Let's see if I can get it on camera here and not burn my camera up. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're definitely boiling. I'm going to throw the traps in. Alright, so I've got the traps in there. I'm not 100% sure how long to leave them in there. I googled it and it looks like anywhere from 10 minutes to half an hour or an hour. So might just depend on the person. I'm going to let them sit in there for a little while. Right now they've been in there for about 5 minutes. So I guess I'll just check on them periodically and let you know from there. Alright, update number 2. They've been here about 10 minutes. Let's see. I mean, you can see it's turning brown. I'm just going to leave it in there for a little while longer. Probably a long while longer. Just to see. Because, like I said, I did read different things that said it could take 10 minutes, could take an hour. I'm just going to leave them in there. But I don't know if you guys can see. That water is brown. I'm just using regular black walnuts. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so the fire's died down a little bit. It's been about half an hour. I've not been keeping a close watch on the fire, but oh yeah, it's looking quite a bit darker. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Let's see if I can get a... no, I got walnut in there. No, you can't see anything. Alright, well, I might leave them in there for just a hair longer. I mean, I don't know if it's going to affect anything or not. Probably won't. But I'm going to get something rigged up to where I can just hang them, let them dry, and then I'll catch up with you tomorrow sometime. Probably tomorrow evening or something. I probably ought to mention this is my first time doing it. So, I mean, nothing's like set in stone. I've done a little bit of research, not a whole lot. Mostly just from reading around. I didn't do any like hardcore research. So you can take this with a grain of salt. You can do it this way or not. I'll let you know what it looks like. That way if it turns out good, then you know it's good. If it turns out bad, don't do it the way I done it. But I let the walnuts boil for a little while. Let's see, I don't think I timed it. Probably 10 minutes or something. But you can see, hopefully, the water is way darker now than it was earlier. I mean, it's almost black, which some of that could be from just setting the traps in there, because those are traps from last year. They were just kind of dirty and rusty anyways. But yeah, so I don't think it's too bad. Honestly, it does look quite a bit better on off camera than it does on camera, at least from what I could tell with my flashlight. The fire's not putting off too much light. Otherwise, I would try to show you that way, but it'll be alright. Actually, yeah, I just brightened up my flashlight a little bit more. Let me see if that helps. Alright, yeah, I probably should have done it before and after. I'll get a different trap tomorrow whenever it's lighter, and we'll compare. We'll see what happens. But yeah, they've been boiling for a little over half an hour now, so we'll see what happens with them. Maybe I ought to jump in here and say, so the walnuts have tannin in them. I don't know. I'll try and like voice over, maybe get like the actual definition of a tannin. I mean, I know what they are, I just don't know really how to explain it, I guess. But so they got tannins in them. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it, but with a carbon steel blade, if you rub a walnut hull on it, you'll get like a nice little, it'll give it a little dark finish. I've done that with one of my Mora knives before. It doesn't look bad, and it stays on there. I mean, it's really, it's not going to come off unless you use to shine it up and everything. But so it'll keep them from rusting. I don't know if it does anything as far as like scent goes. I'd say probably not, because if you touch it again, it's going to get your scent on it. But yeah, this is the poor man's way to dye your traps. I mean, I guess I probably could have got some kind of dye, but I've been wanting to try this out for a while. We've been trapping, I don't know, probably 2 years now, at least. So this will be probably the 3rd year, I guess. If I'm thinking right, probably 3rd year. So figure might as well go ahead and try this out since it's the first time trying it. But yeah. I was actually surprised at how quick the water started boiling, because that's a pretty big pot, and I filled it up. I mean, it was cold water, so it didn't take very long for it to start boiling. I didn't think about videoing it until a little late, otherwise I could have got some real good photos and videos of me collecting walnuts. Probably would have been real interesting. But I'm excited to see how it turns out. I'm also not sure. I maybe should have taken the walnuts out. Like I said, I've not really done a whole lot of research on it, just from reading around. I mostly just wanted to try it. I kind of just jump in and try stuff before reading a whole lot about it. So it's looking all right. Alright, so me and my brother was sitting here around this, and we got to wondering what would happen if we put a deer antler in it. I mean, it can't hurt nothing. I mean, it's not like it's a good piece of antler or anything anyways. So we'll see if it brings any kind of color into it. Because, you know, we make knives and stuff too, so. Alright, go ahead. So that's just a small dip now. I mean, this has been boiling for, it's for sure been boiling for at least an hour. The traps haven't been in there for an hour quite, but what'd she ask? Nah, she asked if the lights need to be on. But yeah, I mean, it's dyeing it, I guess. Maybe let it sit in there for a little while. We're gonna let it sit in here for, I don't know, a couple minutes. We'll bring it back whenever we take it back out. Alright, so that deer antler's been in there for about 5 minutes. it's got it looking dark. I wonder, hold on, let me turn my light on brighter. Oh, that was as bright as it got. I wonder how deep it's went. Here, Gabe, shine your flashlight. Can't really see it. There it is. So yeah, it's a little bit darker. Now this was an old piece of antler, like no good at all. It was almost getting porous, so we figured we'd try it with this. Now with like making knives and stuff, I mean, if it turns out, we'll have to look at it in the daylight. If it turns out good, it might be good to do in the future. But the traps have been in almost an hour. I think I'm going to go ahead and take them out. I'll hang them up, and like I said, I'll get back with you tomorrow and we'll see how they turned out. I'll get a trap, like I said, I should have done it before and after. I'll get a trap that I've not done this to yet, and I think I only done like 5 just to see. I didn't want to ruin a whole bunch of traps, but I didn't figure it'd ruin it anyways, but just in case. So I'll go ahead and take them out. Figure while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and show you these traps. I went ahead and pulled them out. They are black. Let's see. Yeah. You can't really tell it on camera. I dropped the one in the ashes. That's why it looks like it does. This one right there. But other than that, the rest of them, they look nice. So yeah, like I said, I'll catch up with you tomorrow after I let them sit out, dry. I think they turned out really good. Probably end up doing this for at least most rest of the traps, if not all of them. Maybe not all of them, because we actually have a lot of traps that we collected throughout the past few years, probably more than we needed. But can you really ever have too many traps? So alright, there they are. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, so it's not the next day, it's the day after the next day. So you can see how black they got. Here I've got 2 traps. One's a little rustier than the other, obviously, but for sure at least 2 of them look just like that trap when I threw them in. And you can see how dark they got. I'll probably end up doing it to at least 5 more. I'll just see if it makes a difference or anything. But yeah, mostly just came from a flea market, and we never did do anything to them. As far as dyeing them or waxing them or anything, we just bought them and set them. Could be the reason we've not caught any, you know, larger animals such as coyotes. But we for sure caught plenty of possums and skunks. So I'm sure you guys will get to see plenty of them this year. So, but yeah, there they are. That's the one I dropped in the ashes. It needs a little cleaning, but they look pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, I think they look pretty good. We'll see how they do this year.